To the general public's point of view, we've rescued the animals and that's the end of it.
You see our officers and our veterinarians saving the animals and rehabilitating them in the hospital. But the criminal cases and the civil cases will go on for years. As soon as we rescue those animals, we're immediately shifting our focus on how do we build our case. The law still gives people a lot of chances. In Pennsylvania, we have a few offenders that are on this list of the horrible 100, which people widely nationally know as being some of the worst offenders.
This case was something that was referred over to us by the Bureau of Dog Law Enforcement. They had gone out to the location on numerous occasions and observed concerns related to the care of those dogs.
When we were on scene during the execution of the search warrant, our Humane Society police officers noted that many of the dogs were in need of immediate medical intervention.
French Bulldogs are what's known as a brachycephalic breed. Those breeds have the flatter faces, and in more severe cases, this makes it especially difficult for them to breathe. And these animals are very susceptible to the heat stroke and respiratory distress. Poor breeding can lead to these issues being more severe.
We were able to save this adorable male French Bulldog named Romeo.
His brachycephalic airway syndrome was so severe that when I started his exam, he turned blue and passed out.
There were scabbing, skin-related issues, severely overgrown nails, which does pose a concern for them growing into the paw pads of an animal, which would be incredibly painful.
Their ear infections were so chronic and so severe that their ear canals were very small, and sometimes that leads to the necessity of them having surgery to remove their ear canals.
The females didn't even have names. They had numbers.
These dogs are not treated as companions as you and I would treat them at home. They're commodities, and their value is intrinsically linked to the revenue that they can bring back.
Unfortunately, with animal abusers or those who neglect animals, many of these individuals are habitual offenders.
So our officers will get a search warrant and secure the animals, which is the part most people see. But our officers are actually doing the police work of putting the charges together, filing the charges as a sworn police officer in these 18 counties in Pennsylvania.
When this court case begins, especially if it's misdemeanor to felony charges, this can be a very long, drawn-out process.
Several months of multiple officers, employees, fosters, veterinarians, putting in all this work just to get it in front of the judge.
We have cases that are going on right now that are from dogs that we've saved 2-3 years ago.
We are constantly getting new court dates, constantly getting new district attorneys to handle the case, and oftentimes constantly getting new judges.
From the very tiny details to the grueling court cases, every little piece makes the largest difference. One piece dropped could mean the entire thing falls apart.
Each of our 100 active cases has a dozen court appearances behind it, and each of those court appearances needs an officer and a doctor and a lawyer. They are often testifying in the morning up in Montour County somewhere, and then coming into the shelter to continue their day jobs. So it's an extraordinary effort, and all of that is privately funded by our donors.
We always hope for it to be as fast as possible, but you have to work with what you have. It can be pretty long-term, and it can get tiring and it can get frustrating.
I don't know how many times I'll talk to our team, and if we're all having hard days, I sit back and I say, hey, how many animals did you rescue last week? How many individual lives did you change? We've had a hard day, or we feel like, hey, listen, maybe we're a little defeated by this case today. Look at the good we've done, even in a month, even in a week. I mean, the cases fly by, and the amount of animals that come in and out of these doors, it's incredible.
Everybody needs someone beside them, shining like a lighthouse from the sea.
As of today, all 8 dogs have been adopted into loving homes, and they're thriving.
These animals are in their forever homes, but we're still going through the process of finishing this.
In Romeo's case, this breeder who reoffended over and over has now permanently lost their kennel license. They're out of the business.
Our work is never done, even if we get a verdict in court that we're proud of. These offenders do repeat.
Our mission is to put these bad actors out of business or hold them to account criminally and civilly.
I